and coming at a different time for a reason, for a good reason. The grandbabies and the house. For some of you, I mentioned some time ago that I was grandma to twins. They traveled all the way to here in Virginia, USA, and the boy and the girl, they're turning 1. So that's why. That's why everything changed, right? So I tried to come live, but I was really very tired last night. So I said, you know what? You know it was night time. Normally I come night time to you. But I said, okay, we'll do it later. So here I am. Welcome, welcome. If you're seeing me for the very first time, I'm Sherifa Nakalema in Virginia, USA. And everything I talk about is what I'm feeling, is what I'm thinking. That's what's going on with this channel. I don't go with the trends, I just go with what I'm thinking. Today I'm thinking old age. You think about, welcome, just in the chat. Welcome, Robert. Welcome, Kalema Kiweo. I'll get to you in a second. Let's first introduce the topic. But before I get to the real topic, let's talk about something that's for all of us, right? It's called death, right? But death is different because you could die anytime. So you don't know. It's the people who will be surprised when you die. They say, oh, they're dead. Like I could be dead tomorrow. But there's something else. It's called aging, becoming old. You know, I turned 56 recently. So becoming old is different. It's like you are dying, but you're still alive. You can't do the things you used to do. You can't remember the things you used to remember. You can't function the way you used to function. That's why, before we get there, I said, let me talk about this now, so that maybe you get to think about it. And the way I'm talking about today, I'm talking about the challenges of aging parents to their children. I'm reading some figures here. I'm about to read a statement. You may think I'm getting them from my head. No, they're not from my head. And also they're saying that the older people are more than the young people. That the older people over 65, people over 65 years are more than children under 5 years. You think about it. Both are dependents. And guess who they're depending on? On you. They're depending on you. I'm assuming you're the one they're working, right? If you're working, now you have the young children depending on you, and you also have the older parents depending on you. What's going on with you? And guess what? These things could happen when you can't even take care of yourself. You know me, everything I do is gonna land in the either personal development or financial, because when I'm here, I talk about making money, starting a business, personal development, getting better as people. So everything I'm talking about ends with that. So I'm saying, let's assume right now, you are struggling financially. And maybe you are even single by this time. You know, you're not depending on one, no one is depending on you, but you are struggling. That's what Wesley Virgin was saying. Before you have children, you are struggling. Now you have children, and then you have older parents. So tell me, how are you going to deal with all that? How are we going to deal with all that? Because when we are, and don't forget, there are family members with some issues. And oh, here, please, I need help over here, and I need help over here. That's why for me, those who are close to me, they know, don't come to me talking about weddings. Because the wedding is fun. You're going to have your fun. I can support, I don't have to support, but if you're going to bring me a list of these are the shoes we're going to wear, and this is I say no. There are funerals happening. There are 6 people. There's no. I said if you're going to have the wedding, people can help if they want to, but don't force people to help you with your wedding. I'm serious. There are many more important issues to deal with. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to have your fun, do the fun you can afford. That's me. People in Uganda, that's a message for you. There are 6 people to take care of, there are elderly people to take care of, but we're spending all the money on weddings. That's me personally, you know. It's my channel. I'm sorry if I offended you. That's what I believe. So for me, don't try to send me a list, I'm getting married, no? I say you want to get, and then you put a list and the clothing you are going to wear? Really? No. Maybe contribute on the food and drinks because they're going to eat it. But the things that are yours, deal with those. Do small, okay? That's a by the way. I'm talking about when I was researching this, they called it the sandwich. The sandwich, it's right here. Let me read it for you. Welcome. It's called a sandwich. That this is concerned American. The survey was from American, but it's relatable with others, right? It said more than, I'm getting this from, let me put it, it's a long link, but it's a Pew Research. Let me see if I can copy the link for you. They said more than half of Americans, but I think you're going to see how it relates to other people, in their 40s are sandwiched. They put sandwich like this. Sandwiched between aging parents and their own children. That means you are taking care of aging parents and you're also taking care of younger children. But you are right there in the middle. But remember, it's possible you can't even take care of your middle. So what do? Yeah? So they went on, let me share that link if you want to go read more. In fact, I was researching, I saw so many figures that were interesting. Because, you know why they were interesting? Welcome, Madina. Hi, Madina's in the house. Madina, share. Oh, that's a long link. That long link, it takes you to see these things that I'm reading right here now. I'm not going to read much, by the way. I just said that more than half of Americans in their 40s are sandwiched. That means they're taking care of that side and this side. And then for me, I say, what about you are in the middle and you can't even take care of your own needs and wants, right? So this is what they say, that as people are living longer and many young adults are struggling to gain financial independence, about a quarter of U.S. adults, which is 23%, are now part of the so-called sandwich generation. According to this Pew Research, the one I just shared, conducted in October, this was 2021. And these are adults who have a parent age 65 or older and are either raising at least one child younger than 18 or providing financial support for an adult child. But that was, we're even talking, because you have to take care of children up to like 18, even 21, so they're still depending on you. But then you have the older parent. And for some people who are like in USA, they keep talking about how immigrants work so hard. The immigrants are they have the spirit. You know why they work so hard? You come to USA, for example, you take care of your own needs right here that are never ending. You have children, maybe sometimes you don't have your children here yet. You have children over there, you have your parents, you have your aunties and uncles and everyone, and those people sending for wedding money. That's why people work day and night. It's never ending. It's never ending. What do you think about that? If any of you, please leave a comment for me. If you watch this later, I've not said this before. Like I don't say put hashtag replay. Put hashtag replay and put a comment for me. Are you dealing with this kind of issue? Because you may say that, especially us who are living in these countries, they think that there's a lot of money. No money is on trees. You just go and get some and send. They think it's a lot of money. They don't even have a clue. Yesterday I was talking to a sister who was laying down the amount, what you pay for. Like, you pay for this, you pay for that, you pay for that. That's the American way. The list never ends. But then you also have other people take care of. So, what's the solution? That's when I say, forget about the emotional. Because if you have, like how I have my mother, she can't even remember me. Can you imagine taking care of someone you love, but they don't even remember you? I have a friend here who has the same kind of issue with her mother. The mother, she told me one time she took her mother to the toilet. At that time she could walk, right? But she didn't know what to do with the toilet. She didn't even remember, like, this is what you do when you go to the bathroom. Can you imagine? But for her, it's a different kind of story, because the mother is walking and can see you, but what I mean see you is that when you see them, you may not even know they have an issue, but they do. So this affects you so bad that your own mother can't even remember you, and they can't even remember to use the toilet, yet they are walking. Because when they are in diapers, pampers, that's different. but they are walking. They go to the bathroom, but they don't remember what to do. Now, that's emotional. That's very sad, too. Now, you can't even take care of them financially. So, we have to make more money. Vandina, are you still hearing me? Remember, you met me when I was saying we need more money? We need more money because there is also the other thing that could happen. That's when you are sandwiched, like they're saying. You have the older parents, you have the young children, and then something happens to you. You are the breadwinner, and something happens to you. So, where I end with this, we have to plan. We have to think about multiple sources of income. We have to think of passive income, those assets that the books are always here. He talks about that bring money whether you are working or you are not. And we have to do that right now. It's an emergency. It's an emergency because we don't know. All we have is today. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know if it's going to be us or not. Now you imagine that kind of situation. And for my Muslim brothers, those who believe that women shouldn't work, okay, that's what God says. Woman, okay, God says men take care of women, right? So you are at home depending on your husband. And your husband is also taking care of his parents and your parents and everyone else and the children. What if something happened to that man, that one breadwinner? So that breadwinner, now I'm talking to the breadwinner, needs to have many sources of income, and some are passive. They come in whether they work or they don't. That way we're going to have a peace of mind. Otherwise, there's no peace of mind with this situation, with the sandwich situation. When you have this is yours and this one is yours, and you don't know, and it affects you too. You know, when you have to take care of people and you have the means, it's a different story. Because the other day I was listening to the late Michael Jackson's mother. I was watching an interview. She did 4 years ago, but I happened to watch it. And she was talking about raising Michael Jackson's children and all that. But then I was thinking, because the interviewer was asking, was it hard? Was it harder to raise children or grandchildren? But the way she was describing, for me, I was thinking, but at least you didn't have the financial part. You didn't have to come up with the money. Because if you had to come up with the money, it's a different story. At least when the money is there, you deal with whatever is going on with the school and all that, right? But let's take care of the money issue. I will talk about it. I know people who say to me, but money is not that important. Yes, it is. It is because at some point, you're going to become old too. And you don't know how it's going. Because I was reading this research that the women are staying longer. They are living longer than the men. Now, when the women are living longer than the men, there are many things that are happening. The women need to think of how they're going to be if you have a husband, the husband is not here anymore. But also the husband has to think about what's going to happen to my wife when I'm not here anymore. You see, this is like everywhere. It concerns all of us. Let me say hello to the ones in the chat. So, do we have any sandwich generation here? Anyone taking care of an older? Do we have anyone in the audience taking care of their parents? And then I just added in something else. Your parents, your wife's parents, and the children, and maybe you have someone who died, your brother's children. You know, the list is endless. Okay, let me see. Who is here? So, those of you who watch it later, please add a comment for me. What do you think about this? What do you think about this when we may not be able to have enough, take care of, I don't know what's enough, like to take care of our needs and wants, and then those things happen. You get older yourself. The things you can do now, you may not be able to do later. You think about it. You know, think about, it's interesting. After I started thinking about this aging thing, I started looking at people. You think about the people you know, like the people you grew up seeing. Maybe they were the leaders, the political leaders. Maybe they were business people. Maybe they were in the movies. Those people used to see on the screen. Go to Google and search. Say, what do they look like now? It's very interesting. It's very interesting because they change. Everyone is getting old. It doesn't matter if you have money. They have money. They do plastic surgery. They do all those things. No, it's not working, because at some point you won't be able even to do that anymore. So just having a lot of money will not stop you from getting old. But you know what we could do about that part? While we are still like this, what I mean, while we are still okay, we are not old yet, let's use those methods. The anti-aging, not necessarily taking pills or something, but eating right, the vegetables and the fruits and a lot of water. And my weakness of sleeping, I don't sleep. My sleep more, maybe take naps, that's what I can do. But sleeping long, I don't even know how to do. I don't think I can sleep more than 5 hours. Maybe that's the longest I could sleep, as far as I can remember. So that's my weakness. It affects the brain, affects the general health. Then walking, taking those walks, exercising, and lifting some weights. I remember when the first time I learned about lifting weights, how it helps. It helps the skin. So the sagging skin, the wrinkles, they disappear when you lift the weights. So even when you're walking, carry something. Buy those, like, how many kilos or pounds. Carry them like this. I remember I used to tell my mother, ask my mother to carry like a 5-gallon water. Like when she's walking, she used to walk at home, like just walking around the compound. But I said, carry something heavy, so that you get the muscles, like the muscle. You are working on the sagging skin, so it doesn't. I'm not a doctor, but I think, yeah, they say that works. That's why people who go to the gym, you see how they are. Here in America, it's very interesting. You see people who are 80 years, like still strong. You wonder how they do it. It's because of that. The eating needs to be less. They say less is good. Eating less is good. Did you know that? Eating less is good. Healthy vegetables and fruits, and research it. I'm learning about these things. Although I'm weak in taking action, but I know what is good for me. I may do it, I may not do it sometimes. The fruits, the vegetables, the lot of water drinking, like I said, the sleeping. Okay, so what is the solution? If you don't have these challenges yet, maybe you don't have family at all, it's possible that it's just you. Now, that's a different kind of challenge. Because if it's only you don't have children, you don't have a mom, you don't have a dad, you don't have other people, the challenge is like this. You have to have the money to pay other people to take care of you. That's why you see it's a booming business. People come here to USA to take care of old people. So if you have, you don't have anyone who will take care of you, it's still the same advice. Do what? Stack up a lot of money coming from different sources, so that you'll be able to pay for your own care. Now, this is the conclusion for me, because that's the way I think. Let's do something that I saw my family did a long time ago. Before Idi Amin came to, Uganda had Idi Amin a long time ago, a dictator. But when they removed them, my dad lost everything, so he lost the shop. But he had this shop where we used to go, like we could go sell, like be selling in the shop from the age of like 6, 7, 8, 9. You know why I'm bringing up this example? Have some kind of family thing that brings in money. That family thing, they have laws. My daughter keeps reminding them child labor laws. They have child labor laws, like right here in USA. You can't hire young people to work for you. But the young people could work at home. So if you have a family thing, anywhere, it could be in the village, it could be in wherever you are. You think of something you could do, and the children can chip in. The older parents can chip in if you live with them. Like all these people can help out, so that you're all helping. Because it's not easy to make enough money to support all these people, right? But they're your people, you love them. Like they used to say, but now there was a play in Uganda a long time ago, where the whole house was full, but he was saying, yes, these are all my people. But they were all his people until they took over the house. They took over the whole house. Uncle and his wife, they came and started saying in the living room, they messed it up, and they put curtains saying, this is our space, don't bother with us. They'll sleep whatever time they want, but then the living room. Anyway, he kept saying, they're my people. Okay, if you're going to take care of your people, make sure you have the means, create something at home. If you're in the village, it could be something like what? Farming? Something you could do that you can all chip in, right? You all come together and participate. Because now, if I start putting on the online hat, like right now, you know, we're in the internet, I would say, think of these young people that you have in the house, how you could start something online where they can help you. For example, if you started a YouTube channel and you have like 15, 13, even 13, 14, 15-year-olds, even like with TikTok, they can help you with social media, editing videos, these kind of things. You post them, and at some point, you know, TikTok right now is paying. I'm about to get there, by the way. If you have, you know, after I lost those other accounts, I started over, but I was more careful now the way I add people on my account. So the people I follow, I'm very, very picky when I'm following anyone, or even the one I want to follow me on TikTok. So right now, the last time I checked with like 4,075. When I get to 5,000, I want to sign up for TikTok Shop. And you know what TikTok Shop does? You can sell on your page. You can sell here. They do it too. Affiliate marketing on YouTube here. This one, affiliate marketing shop, is that what they call it? Affiliate marketing. Here, you have to have 20,000 for subscribers. That's why I ask to please follow, support, share this channel. I want to get it to 20,000. But it's easier for me to get to 5,000 on TikTok, to do TikTok shop as I grow this one also. So that way, you create some income, multiple sources of income, right? And then, if you are, I was talking about how they could chip in. Your parent, you know those parents, they used to be doing great things before they became old, right? How about you take the time to get out whatever they know? You could create a short course from that. If you had a parent who had a profession, and they had this profession and have the knowledge, before they get too old to forget, how about you sit down with people who understand creating courses to create a course, a downloadable course, and something digital, so that they package it and they're selling it. You know, people would support an older person before they support a young one. If they see that an older person is the one on the photo, on the image, on the funnel, promoting something, they're sharing their knowledge, and people know. She could even say that, you know what, I don't want to depend on my children. I want this, please support my course. It's going to support me financially. Me, I'm not shy, I would say that. So please support me, and people are going to share that course, and this parent may have some money in the bank. You see, that's the idea. But the parent also could be helping at home, like the children are helping. You all make it like a family project. Have some kind of family thing that you make money from. Because one income is not enough to take care of all these, right? And soon, if you're husband and wife, and you have one parent who's taking care, not taking care, taking a share, a big share of your income, it starts brings financial conflicts between a husband and wife, because this could be happening on one side. And if it's right here in the USA, people, especially from Mid-Eastern, they tend to have their parents in the house, right? So can you imagine if it's maybe the man has the mom and dad living with them, they tend to do this. They get a big house, 5-bedroom, or even bigger, and they have a basement and all that. They have their parents in the house. It's very interesting. Sometimes they even have the son get married in that same house. So you have the daughter-in-law, you have the mom, mostly mom, maybe mom and dad in that same house. Guess what? At some point, one may feel like their money is going, let's assume those parents were for the man. Mom and dad are there, and then they have the income. You know, in America, they tend to combine the incomes. The wife works, the man works, they combine it, and they take care of what they take care of. But at some point, one of the couple, one may feel like, all my money is going to your side. You see what I mean? They start saying, my parents are not here. They're not benefiting. Maybe one parent, that one of you doesn't have the parents anymore. My point is, start bringing financial stress to the family. So let's create a little separate income. Remember that shop I talked about? After our dad died, after the The war, the Armenian war, we lost everything. Our dad rebuilt it, that small shop came back. But this time we gave it a different role. We put money in it, my older sister had put money in it, and would not take out any money except for basics like food and then when it came to school fees, that's where the money used to come from. And I don't remember having any stress about that. The children are going back to school, we don't have money. No, because that little shop had the cash flow to deal with the school fees. All these I'm dropping ideas if you want to pick them up. So create something in the family that creates cash flow to reduce the financial burden on the maybe even one parent, just one. It could be even a single mother. Or a single mother. Can you imagine when you're a single mother and have your mother take care of and have these children? See, it can be very stressful. So who is following what I'm saying? Who is supporting what we are saying here? Please, when you watch this later, I know many of you are going to watch it later. I came at the different time. So some of you, Masa, Janet, Hannah, all those people who are always here in my chat, I know you are not here today, but if you get a chance to see it, add a comment for me. Which one of those ideas I'm mentioning could help with the situation? Remember, we talked about the young people, especially with social media, especially with TikTok. They can help you manage your account even. Of course, you have to record the videos, but they can edit, they can support, they're supporting. If you have a YouTube channel, the same thing. The older children who know about editing, they can support you like that. Now, I didn't even mention that, you know, this older parent could start something, like even on YouTube channel here. They could start a YouTube channel just telling stories. Today, I'm going to tell you about the story when this happened. Today, I'll tell you this story when I was younger, what I used to do. Maybe she can pop up some photos, the way she used to look. I'm telling you. And then tips. Tips were not growing older like me. Because it could be like maybe she didn't. I'm thinking this is a woman. I don't know if a man can do it. A man could do it also, being on YouTube when you're older, showing what men do. What men care about. Whatever they care about. They come and record videos. The grandparents are grandchildren are editing the videos. They're uploading them. Can you see? That's a fun household. The mom is uploading videos. The grandma is uploading videos. That's a really fun one. Maybe you combine sometimes, you do a family thing. But the goal is to get monetized and start getting paid. Because the amount of money YouTube is going to send you, because grandma could even go viral. Grandma is interesting, especially, even grandpa, interested in telling their stories, and people watch it. You get to 4,000 watch hours, you get to 1,000 subscribers, you get monetized here. Okay, those are ideas. But if all of that doesn't work, or that's not what you want to do, then I'm inviting you. Today, in fact, the way I did it, I'm saying come to my community, because I see people watching my videos and getting lost. Like they watch, but they don't really understand what's going on, then they give up. You see what I mean? That's why I'm going to change the way I present this information. I'm about to put this link in the chat, so that everyone who wants to get to the things I'm recommending, I'm sharing, at least comes through my community. Join my community first. Oh, you are still here, Medina? Yeah, this is the wrong time. But others will watch it later. Don't worry. Others will watch it later. Medina, if you have to go, whatever you are doing, it's okay. I record it. It's here. That link that I put there is also in the description. It brings you to me. So connect with me first, because there is a lot on here. It's almost 700 videos, I think. I haven't even checked. It's a lot. So as you are watching, it's better, instead of just watching, not knowing what to do, connect with me. Because when I do this kind of live, I'm thinking international audience. So I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, there's something for you. There's these ideas that are popping up every day. Social media is changing. You find something to do. And please, don't say, I don't know how to record videos. Oh, I will show you people who have recorded videos. Like Medina right now in the chat. She didn't know how to record videos. She now records her own videos. She edits her own videos. So you can learn too. But be willing to change. Remember, recently I was saying, Steve Harvey, you know Steve Harvey, the comedian? He was saying that for you, if you are going to change something, you have to jump. Oh, Aula, I was almost closing it. Welcome, Aula, I don't see you much. You have to jump. Welcome, welcome. You have to jump. Meaning, you have to intentionally change. You say, you know what? I think she's making some sense. What am I going to do when my mom is older? What am I going to do when I am older? Everyone is going to get older. Aula, you're going to get old whether you like it or not. So plan right now. Plan what you're going to do. Whatever you plan, like I suggested, have something like a home-based business, right? Something at home, something online. But then all this could happen. You could have something at home, and you could have something online, and you are working, so that when these things happen, like life happens, life is going to happen whether you like it or you don't, you have something. There's nothing as scary as having a sick child and you don't have money to take care of them. It's like having a sick mother and you can't even take care of them financially. We're talking to the financial part, okay? Okay, so that's it. Aula, what do you think? It makes sense? I was talking about, let me conclude it. I was talking about, I started by reading something here. I already shared the link. This is called the Pew research about what they call the sandwich generation. People who have taken care of their older parents and also children. And then I also said, it wasn't from this, I got somewhere else, that the way the world is right now, older people who are 65 years and older are more than younger people who are 5 years and younger. You think about that, the dependency. And they're all depending on the people in the middle. And the people in the middle, that means, in fact, they were saying here that the people who are more affected by this are those in their 40s. The people in their 40s are the ones having to deal with older parents and younger children at the same time. The largest percentage is in that number. So, Aula, I know you are young, but think ahead. It's going to get a time when my mom is older, and then I have children, I have a wife. You see? Think about the home-based thing that I'm talking about. Home-based business, something happening at home. At least, when you have that thing at home, even if all it did was take care of the food, like your food and all that, and then you know that your money, whatever money you're making, is going to take care of the bigger thing, right? And don't forget, the thing that I don't talk much about, I think I should talk more about, especially if you are in Uganda, please make sure you have something you call home. Before you buy a car, Aula, this message is for you. Before you buy a car to drive for fun, make sure you have, even if it's just one room, that a person calls home, that your people call home. Because I was reading about another survey about why men die, why women are living longer than men. Because men die because of different things, that they die faster. So if they die faster, please, 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 you don't want to leave your family with a car, but they don't have anywhere to stay. I strongly believe in that the first money you make sure you have a little plot somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's far away in the village. It's still their place. And put there a room, okay? Start with a room. We'll make more, add some more. That's why when you're building, don't start with a big house. Start with somewhere where you know that if something happens and my children have nowhere to stay, or even me myself, or like that, you never know. At least we have a place we call home. Aula, I want to make sure you got it. Respond to me in the chat, or you left. Okay, Madina, what did you say? Let me see. No. You're not going to miss my live because I'm ending it. Madina, you can watch it later, but I also end it. Now, the way I do these lives, like this time I told you about the grandparents, and so the grandbabies. So I couldn't make it, but I said it's still, I come on the weekend, so I'll do it. And people will watch it later. People will watch it later. No problem. My things are not planned. I just say, what can I talk about? I talked about aging. Yes, it's going to happen to you whether you like it or not. And it's more likely to happen to you than death. Can you imagine that? Yes, you're more likely to grow older without money than dying. When you die, they bury you. You don't want to fail to be buried, they bury you. That's easy. But the old one, that's tough. So my message, even if it goes to just Medina and Aula today, make sure you have a place you call home. Even if it's just one room. You can cramp yourself in that one room, but you know it's yours. That's the message. Aula, before you buy that car, make sure you have a place you call home. Because whatever happens to you, you have a place to stay. In fact, there's another thing that's important. That you have some fairly okay clothing that you have. Because I remember growing up, there's a young, he wasn't young, he was maybe in his 30s. He used to have money and he lost all of it. But he would dress up. When you found him in the walking, you wouldn't know that he has financial issues. Aula, make sure you dress decently so that even if you don't, you have some clothing. I'm not saying go buy expensive. You know me, I wouldn't recommend expensive. But have some very good clothing so that as you come out of that little house that you built, you still dress nice, like you're coming from the city. Okay? I have to go now. Thank you all so much for watching it. There's someone who's like on the side but not chatting here. Who is that? I want to know who you are. Please type in the chat. Who is that? Hiding in the background. But thank you for watching it. Those of you who watch it later, please add a comment for me. Are you in the sandwich? are you in the sandwich category? I take care of older parents and also young children. You know, when they say young, it goes up to 18 and even more. And what do you think about these statistics or saying that 65-year-olds are more than 5-year-olds? And it depends on the country, but I know that here in America, there are many old people. That's why they create a business for immigrants. They can't take care of the old people. Okay, thank you all so much for watching it. Now, in the description, I put a link for you to join my community. I feel like if you join my community, then you can ask me, what do you think I need to do? Me, I can advise anywhere you are. I'm originally from Africa, so I know about African life, but I also know about American life. So American life, I say, if you have a wife that's not working at home, let them come. If you believe in me, I have to take care of my wife. I don't want my wife to be out there. Connect with me, especially if you're Muslim. Let's figure out how this lady is going to work from home. You can do email marketing. Email marketing, no one sees you. Just send emails. You can do, like if you're on YouTube here, you could do YouTube videos without showing your face. There's so many things you can do. But it involves the learning and involves a little bit of money if you don't want to show your face, especially. But for us who show our faces, we just show our faces. I'm watching. Okay, that was you. Okay, now. Okay, thank you all so much. Add a comment for me, please. What do you suggest? In the comments, please. Like when you come, in the comments, what do you suggest we do as a solution? But if you are in that age group of 20 and the working age, come learn affiliate marketing with me. I'll show you what you need to do. As we also talk about how the other people can help at home. Thank you all so much. The topic was sandwiching, being sandwiched, because you have older parents to take care of and have young children to take care of, and also you have to take care of yourself, right? We are assuming that you are fine, but maybe you are not. So come learn how make money online, make passive income, multiple sources of income, work at home, create another income. Okay? Thank you all so much. Like it, share it, remember to subscribe to my channel so that we support the message. Okay? Bye bye.